Right, go and log on Simbi China and welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite health and lifestyle show right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for Shizzle. Ikamalen kubo Mnandi Me and Mnandi Zola Nombona, your health buddy.
Mnandi Me. We look at HIV from a different angle and see how life can still be full with a positive status. Awuzukholelwa what meal we have in store for you. Get your notebooks ready. Try out a few new moves to get that body you always wanted. And siyathanda ke ukuva kuni on social media, just as you love hearing it from the streets of Mzansi.
Mnandi Me.
So, see like Facebook, Uwil was khumbuza mchana ubajonga unewari man ngendlela ulutsha lwase South Africa gets infected with HIV. So, yayazi mosiba mina andiye ndiqhafuze ndodwa. In studio with me, I have Dr. Sivu ozosixelela ubanzi mani ngento yengculaza. Hello, doctor. Welcome to the show, Butam, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Right, so straight to the point, khasicacisele Buti ndoni HIV.
No, I mean, HIV, so the full name of it is a human immunodeficiency virus. So it's a virus that affects the body. And it starts killing your fighter cells as an individual. So that's why people that have HIV get affected so quickly that umzimba cannot fight against it. In South Africa alone, HIV is considered a national crisis. And that's why Bomba Kuko is support base as needs that are being created because of that. Hello, baby.
I love the intro.
Of course.
I'm great. How are you doing, dear?
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Hi, my name is Brenda Mutsubi. I'm 27 years old. I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm a social entrepreneur and HIV activist. I like reading in spare time, Sami. I like watching a lot of TV and I like dancing because I think Nyawati Jaiva. A secret about me. I'm very spiritual. I'm a very spiritual person, but so I would sense things, but I would never really talk about it. I always tell myself, you are greater than your life circumstances, and Nami, I'm greater than my life circumstances. That's my motto.
So, how did you discover about HIV positive and how did you contract it?
So I found out on the 15th of August 2009. My ex actually asked that we get tested because of certain rumors that he heard that I might be positive or whatever. We got there and of course our results were not the same, and he was negative and I was positive. I actually did date someone who passed away from HIV related sicknesses, and he did tell me Uguti, he went around spreading this and I should get tested. Of course, he was apologizing and feeling bad, whatever the case is. And at the time, of course, I was very ignorant and I thought, whatever type of thing.
How did your family take that?
I'm very lucky that my family was very supportive. Not in any way was I discriminated or stigmatized or called names or whatever.
What's your taking or go on this stigma for HIV generally out there?
I think there's a root cause to stigma, and that's how HIV was introduced to the public 20 or plus years back. And if we are able to sort of remove that face and have a new face and start having conversations around HIV, educating ourselves. And I think the biggest one again is self-stigma, because anyone else stigmatizes you, you stigmatize and discriminate against yourself. And if we can deal with that, of course, it's through acceptance and through educating yourself about HIV. What's HIV?
And it's absolutely true, because there's a lot of stigma surrounding HIV and people don't know what it is. And specifically, education. To get rid of stigma, you must educate people. We have a hashtag on Twitter, which is hashtag AskDrSivu, hashtag TesterBoy. And the idea is to take this to social media so that it no longer becomes something that's been spoken about behind closed doors. So if you take to social media, young people are using social media every single day, and that's the conversation that we need to have with each other.
All right, so HIV, any conditions that is very deeply rooted with the cultural beliefs and their practices. So masazi get civil about when nanazindoni nangayo. South Africa, yitinin.
Mnandi Me.
No, sibelieve ukuthi like esikhathini samanje sesichangeile nesakudala, because dala abantu abadala bebangayenzi ucansi njengoba nathi siliyenza kulesikhathi samanje. So ngibelieve ukuthi isikhathi sakudala sesichangeile nesikhathi samanje.
I grew up into a society that believes ukuthi multiple sexual partners may lead to you getting infected with the disease.
Ukuthi umuntu sometimes ukuba HIV, people believe ukuthi usuke uloyiwe and things like that.
Adlala indima enkulu kakhulu ngoba sina njengeyouth yamanje sithanda ukucansi. And lento lezo ukuthi baletha ama condom esikolweni ngibona ukuthi ziyasiza mina kakhulu. Ngoba zipreventa ukuthi imajority abantwana bangabi ne-AIDS.
So when you basically take other herbs, you basically like derailing the treatment to happen. So basically we are emotion, you know. So you end up not getting well, and there's chances it might become worse.
Abantu aba HIV positive, abantu aboloyiwe, abantu aba HIV positive are the poor people.
Kissing a person with HIV, you're gonna get HIV.
Umangalala nomntwana ovele like ongcolile akukho safe ngoba phela ama STIs azokuthelela uyangithola izinto ezikanjalo ungazithola futhi so kwesinye isimo nawe lapho usuthola so utheleleka ngaye HIV.
So sonke siyazi ba in this day and age ayikho into epowerful njenge social media. So ke thina as Mnandi Me sihambile ke sathatha ixesha saye kule social media to go ask what you guys want us to talk about on the show. Kodwa ke if you have any comments or any health related questions ungasifumana on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram on @Mnandi_Me. So into esikholelwayo about ourselves nemizimba yethu has a very big influence on how we treat ourselves nabanye abantu. Kodwa ke emva kwentengiso sizahamba sesiyajonga ukutya uba ithina into diet yabantu aba HIV positive or negative in fact. Kodwa ke before wena ubuye khambe ye social media man uyoxhubana nathi Facebook, Instagram, Twitter @Mnandi_Me. Ubuye ke emva kwentengiso ne sibonani.
Mnandi Me. Mnandi Me.
Right, sibuyile guys, welcome back to Mnandi Me. Thank you so much guys for your tweets and comments zenu ku Facebook. Sinjongile man kumnandi uku-interacta nani. So namhlanje ke nayazi uba besithetha nge-HIV and into esiyifundileyo ebalulekileyo is that HIV is not a death sentence. Usingakwazi ukuphila ubomi bakho obu-healthy, obupopileyo after a diagnosis. Ne? So doctor, so i-HIV affecta njani ke abantu bangomama abangotata abantwana ihlukile indlela ba-affecta ngakhona or kuyafana nje throughout?
No, so it affecta the same way, but indlela bayifumana iba different. So umama mos, especially for abantwana, so it passes usually through the mother to the child.
Yeah.
So that's why it's in the prevention programs, you know, in terms of healthcare in South Africa, but to prevent the passing of HIV from the mother to the child. And then when it comes to males and females, then it affects them the same also in terms of when they getting a transmission they can get it through sexual transmission, which is sexual intercourse that's unprotected. Another way is abantu basenza eat drugs. So your IV users that share needles. That's another way people get HIV.
So, but Sivu, what are the effects on a personal career and the lifestyle yomuntu? Affecting HIV?
HIV is not a death sentence.
Yes.
So,
say that again.
So HIV is not a death sentence.
Thank you.
I was far immediately just because we're diagnosing HIV. And the one thing we always try to tell people is that, for example, whether you're HIV positive or HIV negative, you're still the same person externally. Akhona ukuthi ku forehead yakho kubhalwa
HIV positive.
HIV, you know what I mean? So you need to be able as a person just to try and continue with your life. So that's why support system is so important.
HIV imele, human immunodeficiency virus. It attacks the immune system, which is the body's natural defense system, making it very difficult for the body to fight off diseases. White blood cells form a very important part of the immune system. HIV infects these cells and destroys them. Abantu abaphila nge-HIV don't always have AIDS. AIDS comes in a later stage of having HIV and exposes the body to infections and cancers that healthy people normally wouldn't get. It takes as long as 10 to 12 years for HIV to develop into AIDS.
Namhlanje in studio with us Sisi Lebza, Sisi confident, brave, also ozosicacisela yena nge-experience yakhe nge-HIV. Right, so we're speaking about knowing ne. So Lebza, now you know, now you knew status yakho uba wenze kanjani. So how did mindset yakho change ke ngoku looking at relationships, at your career, obviously family is all good. So ezo factors zona ingqondo yakho ihamba njani ngayo?
I think I know people are gonna be like, why are you saying this? I think being infected with HIV was the best thing that could have happened to me, because through HIV, I found my inner strength. Through HIV, I found my confidence, because I was never confident as you know. So from the moment I found out about my status, of course, having accepted it after 3 years, that's when I told myself that I want to do everything that it is that I can do in this world.
I wish we had more young people like Libby.
Yes.
Because, I mean, the confidence that she exudes, and also the fact that it's no longer just a secret, you know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people still want to keep it within themselves, and like, I don't want to tell anyone, I don't want to tell my family. But what you've done is make sure that you're telling your story, is encouraging other people to tell their story also.
What advice do you guys have for abantu abaphila ne-HIV?
I have a tagline. So my HIV stands for highly intelligently victorious.
Wow.
And I always say that HIV does not define you, but you define HIV.
Yes.
Simply meaning that you are not HIV, but you are living with HIV. And that's something that people need to drill into their minds.
Just to add on to what she's saying, you need to get tested.
Yeah.
Just go and get tested, because knowing is always better. You need to know for yourself. Let's just talk about it. Let's stop this whole notion that HIV will only be spoken to only to my friend.
Even parents.
So to even with parents. I know it's difficult. It's easy to say, let's talk about it.
Kwintanga zethu kulula ke kwintanga zethu, especially xa sifika abantu abadala.
No, but also you'd be surprised though, even intanga zethu, abantu ichomi, we don't talk about it. We talk about other things. We talk about what happened on TV, what's happening on radio, what happened at the Olympics, and you know, all those type of things.
So ukutya kubaluleke kakhulu kwi-healthy yomntu, as well as just maintaining a healthy life and healthy lifestyle. So masambe siye kitchen siyobona uba ichef yethu ipheka imnandi delicious meal enjani na namhlanje.
Mnandi Me.
For this recipe uzawudinga ihafu ye-carrot enqunqiweyo, i-teaspoon le-garlic, yellow and red baby tomatoes, ihafu ye-yellow and green peppers ezinqunqiweyo, ihafu ye-onion enqunqiweyo, a handful of spinach leaves, amafutha netyiwa to taste, parsley, irice ephekiweyo, and ground black pepper. In a thick based pot, bilisa amafutha akho. Add itswele lakho elinqunqiweyo, ulandelise nge-mixed peppers. Faka igarlic uzamise. Toss in diced carrots, ulandelise ngetumato. Add spinach and toss well into the mix. Toss in cooked rice and gently fold in vegetables. Serve hot or cold and enjoy a summer delight. Ungalibali, you can find our Mnandi meal recipes on our Facebook and Instagram page.
So have you ever heard a statement nge-HIV up gone by we are here to bust those myths. So khona igame esiyidlalayo esithi Mythbusters, right? Like you guys, we've been speaking about HIV, ne-stigmas, ne-myths zayo, ne? So now I want us to bust a few myths, right? So now I'm going to give you boards, ne? Uko true, no false, right? So I'm going to give you guys a myth, and then you're going to tell me whether it's true or false or trolls, if I hlangan, or trolls, yeah. And then I'm just going to ask for a short explanation about why is this true or why is this false, right?
Okay.
You ready, ne? Okay, cool. So myth number 1. Male circumcision lessens the risk of contracting HIV. Tag team, that is killing it. Okay, so why is it true? Let's start with the doctor. Doctor, why is this true?
Well, there was research done in Orange Farm that found that males that were circumcised had a lesser chance of contracting HIV. But it still doesn't mean that people should not use condoms, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anything to add there, my sister?
What
he said. All right, what he said. Okay, myth number 2. You can get HIV from mosquito bites. You even rolling your eyes, so okay. You explain. You explain.
Well, there are only 3 ways to contract HIV. 3, right? Yes.
Okay.
Through sexual intercourse, mother to child, of course, if the mother does not take medication to protect herself and the child, and through injectables, which is drug usage, needles.
Yeah. How about what if the mosquito and then?
Because remember, once, doctor, correct me, but I'm gonna test my knowledge here. Once the mosquito you and flies to me, that the virus has died already because it does not live outside a human for more than I don't know how many minutes or seconds, something like that.
The drop of blood on the floor, like you're not really going to get anything from that.
Ngoba i-virus is killed by oxygen okanye.
Chronic into ezenzekayo
Whatever, but it's gone.
Okay, all right. So kuthiwa ke ngamanye amaxesha you look how you feel and you feel how you look. Now, my favorite part of holistic living is to just express myself through my style and fashion. Siphumile ke sayibona by South Africans zona bazi express njani. Khamba lapho ungafiki.
Mnandi Me.
If you thought leopard print has had its run, Kaupindu Kringe. This incredible style has made a comeback and is going on everything this season. Leggings, jackets, and shirts to dresses and even shoes. To top that, Tears have called from the 90s and let us know that they want to see the light of the day again. We're talking tears on tears on tears. The more layers, the better. You will also be happy to hear that black and sheer is still in. Those sexy sheer tops and stylish skirts are going to be big. We can also look forward to more florals, butterflies, bright green and navy.
Mnandi Me.
Right, so lixesha lokuba ke sithi kuyophumla kancinci man sithathe ad break nyana. Well, we do that when akhambe manje kuzo zonke social media pages zethu usixelele uba wena ithito yakho usebenza njani, usinike comments, kumnandi man ukuxhumana nani. Uyayazi mosiba siphi Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @mnandi_me. See you after the break.
Mnandi Me. Mnandi Me.
Very, very good. Welcome back to your favorite health and lifestyle show right here on SABC 1. Igama lenkqubo kaloku mtshana yimnandi me. Yanibona ke standard sentshintshile yanibona senready kushukumisa igazi. But before siye apho, soloko ndisitsho mtshana ukuba prevention is better than cure. Ithi ndibuza igesi zam uba ithini le nto kanye nganye. Sweethearts, you right? You ready? Yaniko ready? Yanibona ne? No. I know, but it's fine. So, a healthy diet and exercise is very important for your immune system because it increases your body mass and bone density. Like, that's Jimmy Kengo. My guest, you ready, Buffett? You right in 10 and shake off, shake off, shake off, shake off. All right. So when the exercises in ball, all right? So, kala njengalo, sithi nje ama tricep dips, pha esitulweni, xa suka apho, sawubetha nje, yabo, calf muscles sinyuke so. And then something special. Fast. Come on, daughter.
Okay,
come on.
Wait, before we do
Center.
that.
All right. So, position yako nansi ne. Beka nje izandla so. Izandla ne. Let's go. 1. 10. Nice one. As you can see, we're not dokotela now. Because he's a doctor. Okay. So join me here. Now, so when the calf muscles, ne? Quick fast, right? So it's simple leg raises. Takama just so right? Using your calves, ne? Got it? Fantastic. Betty 10.
All right.
And at 10. So now this is my favorite part. I call this the push-up challenge. Simple.
Oh, wow.
Simple. Simple, Jay. So you need 30 seconds, and then you're just gonna give me as many push-ups as you can. But now he can start. About hotel. But you guys are not competing against each other, right? You guys are competing against other guests and experts that I've had in a studio. Dr. Sivukala,
oh, really?
Okay,
oh, wow.
Okay, position, right. You can start. 1, 2, doctor. 3, 4. All right. $35?
No, I give up, yeah.
You cannot just give up. But well done, doctor. 35.
What happens if I've never done push-ups before again?
Hey, don't do this. Girl power, remember.
I've never. No, girl power.
Girl power. What's the lepsa? Let's see. What's the lepsa? Okay, is my 30 seconds ready? And you can begin. 1 second. Almost there. 14. I see you, baby. The time is up. Go.
hate you guys so much.
Why though, baby? At least now you can say what
I'm
was
done.
the push-ups, right?
I'm so done. Bye.
Babe, before you leave, ne? Where la pa? You was famous. Why
No,
uje?
don't make me famous.
No, you was a famous one, right?
But you're supposed to let me win.
Oh, don't forget, we're not competing against each other. It's against
But
the board.
still, I don't like you.
Oh, I like you. It's fine.
Right, currently ndinenze famous ke ningathi zangandanenzela into elifini. Ndinenza abantu nje. All right, Lebza baby, yes, you're not too bad, Sandra Sam, yes. Because you are number 2, Faith, yes. You can be proud of yourself, my baby. Ne? Right. How? There's this thing with the doctors. Both the doctors are actually on 35. Well done. So you have tied the number 1
fitness
spot.
on lockdown, yo.
Next. Right. So Dr. Sivu, Aslebza, thank you so much guys for joining me on Mnandi Me Sifundele Kuni and the Themba Nani apha emakhaya nifundile kubo. So thanks guys. Izobonana on the flip side, ne? Until next time. Bye.
Mnandi Me.
So, ubalekile kakhulu uba umuntu ngamnye abe ne-personal budget. Akhathaleki uba unemali eninzi okanye encinci kangakanani na. Doing this can actually significantly help financial health yakho. Mamel?
Mnandi Me.
Budget. Every income and expense is listed so that you can see exactly what you are spending your money on and where you might be able to cut back. Iyakunceda ke to prepare for the future. When unexpected things happen or you get an opportunity to spend money, like on a new personal item, you wouldn't have to wonder whether or not you can afford it. Ibudget yakho izakuxelela. It also shows you very quickly how things add up that you may not realize now, and how very simple lifestyle changes might be able to save you a lot of money.
Mnandi Me.
Right, iphelile ke inkqubo yethu yanamhlanje apha kuMnandi Me. I hope you had as much fun as we did namhlanje. Sifunda njengesiqhelo kaloku ne-guests zethu and our experts. Kodwa ungabi naxhala mntanam, ndiyabuya mos same time, same place next week. Kodwa ke uba uyanikhumbula usengaxhumana nam kuzo zonke social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thina ke singu @Mnandi_me. Sithando zam, uZola uyanithanda man. Stay beautiful, stay sexy, ungapholi mtshana. Bye.
Mnandi Me.
There is power in staying positive and taking care of your own health. Get your weekly dose of fashion and style news. Keeping the blood pumping is a great way for your health in so many ways. And let's see how South Africa is affected through the voices on the streets.